Good morning, good morning. All right, hello everybody. If you can do me a favor and let me know that you're hearing me. I'm not sure that I've got sound this morning. So let's see who's here. Good morning, Annie. Good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon, Prachetta. You hear me? Okay, good. Because I was supposed to be hearing the music that was playing to open us up, and I heard nothing. Hear you clearly. Thank you. Good morning, Darlene Osei. Good morning, Deirdre. Auntie Jean. Good morning. How are you doing this morning, sweetie? Oh, thank you, guys. All right. So let's go in our hearts. Starting our day with the heart-brain coherence with Otto Bear behind me. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Whew. So slow down the breathing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in slowly and add in the love. Add in something that makes you smile. It is Tuesday, so Thankful Tuesday says, I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for all of you who come in together every morning, sharing love with each other and shining a light on each other. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. So we got some gratitude. It is a grateful, grateful morning. So throw some of that gratitude out there and let's see what you got. Here you go. One thing that you're grateful for. I know you can. Grateful for my remembered grace. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. I look a little fuzzy this morning. I know I've got it on blur, but I think my whole computer is kind of blurred. All right, so let me see what the angel message was. And it was, it's or now. Be patient with yourself. Self-growth is tender. It's holy ground. There's no greater investment. That's by Stephen Covey. When change happens, it sometimes hits us pretty hard. We look around and see those around us figuring it out, finding their niche, living their life plan. I've been through a lot of change in my life and sometimes jumped track and gone a totally different direction than where I was headed. There's a song that touched my heart because I see a lot of my past in it. It's called Unbreakable. I know how everyone else's life is supposed to fly by. Then someone turns and says, "What about you?" And I stand there, mouth open, mind blank. This should have all worked itself out by now. The map of my life should be clear and precise, with little red dashes and circles so nice, showing roadblocks and landmines. Oh, I am not unbreakable. I am breaking right now. Maybe everyone can't kiss the frog. Maybe everyone can't have the dream. Maybe it'll be me and a dog, and the little stuffed dolphin on the floor, and a little dog door. Oh, I'm not unbreakable. I am breaking right now. I need to be unbreakable. It's never or now. Dear angels, that moment in our life when we realize that it is never or now is what I describe as the crossroads or the moment of truth. It is when we take a good hard look inside. All the things that we go through are the chisel pounding into us and shaping us. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Coffee delivery. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning.
Okay. So all the things we go through are the chisel pounding into us and shaping us, yet we cannot bear to look at ourselves while this is happening. It is afterward that we stand raw and vulnerable. It is in that moment that we either pick ourselves up off the floor and move forward, or we remain there. Whatever the decision is, we are the one making it and no one else. We are not victims. We are the outcome of our choices. Dear ones, we understand that it is hard to envision joy when you are in the midst of trauma. You need to experience whatever is presenting itself to you in the now. Ignoring it or diminishing the impact of the experience will only prolong your healing. Every experience is important. When you are ready, you will know when it is time for you to take action. You will feel it deep inside, like smoldering lava in the belly of a volcano. No one can prepare you for the journey, as it is yours alone. Others can hold your hand and encourage you, but only you can make the decision about how to live your life and what path you will take to complete your healing. When it is your time to take that now journey, you will not be abandoned. You have a legion of angels helping you over the hot coals. Draw on our strength when you feel the sting of the fire. We will not let you fall. Dear angels, today I promise to remember that I have all the support I need for this journey. Sometimes we do forget that, don't we? Sometimes we think that we're just out here floundering all by ourselves. And then we get that person that supports us unconditionally, that loves us, and that just encourages us to put one step in front of the other and to move forward slowly at our own pace. And that's what it's all about. We're here cheering each other on. We're here, as Ram Dass says, walking each other home. I love that visual of all of us helping each other out and helping each other to get where we need to go. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got some gratitude going on. Josie, good morning, sweetheart. And Annie woke up with breath in my lungs. Oh, that's a great thing to be grateful for, isn't it? And Josie's grateful for having the P family during this hard day. We're right here, darling. Prachetta is so grateful for absolute good health, happiness, and prosperity. Pat Moss, grateful that I am well enough now to go back to work. And Darlene Ose, grateful for a new day. Me too, Darlene. Kathy Hand, I'm grateful for Sally for her connection with Colin. Absolutely. She's a wonderful support. Catherine DeSante, good morning, sweet one. Jean Lorio, I am grateful that I now know who I am, a daughter of the divine, and that we are one family. And there's our Sally and Tony. Good morning. And she says, Kathy, your family is in my heart always. Yeah. And Sally is grateful for meaningful connections that become family. I love that. We have developed a real family here. It's almost from the very beginning when we first met there at the river. And I asked the question, is there anybody out there? And you all came running because you knew that you had a divine appointment to make this a family, to make it your own spiritual support family. And I'm so glad that you did. Catherine, grateful that COVID is under control in Peter's nursing home, and I was able to visit him yesterday. Oh, that is wonderful news, Catherine. How is Peter doing? I just pray for you all every day and pray for peace in your life, because I know how awful that can be to have a loved one that you just can't be right there by them. But you are, and I'm so glad you're able to visit him now. So let's go to Kuan Yin and see what she has for us this morning. She's got a card that's just jumping to come through. And it is becoming friends with yourself. Why not give up trying to punish, push, or force your body? When you push, resistance is created. It is not defiance, it is natural law. This can make life harder than it needs to be. Instead, why not explore and find a way to relate to your body as a friend? Friendship is one of life's pleasures. We get this card a lot in the mornings. Did y'all notice that? This group, oh my goodness, I love you all so much. The friends that I have made here, not just acquaintance, but dear friends. And I love every person that I have met has just shown themselves to be exactly how you are here, that loving, that beautiful energy that we see lifting each other up every day. I love that. And it's that consistency, it's that desire to really know each other that keeps this going, that keeps us going after 3 years, over 3 years now. And I just love that. And I love that the Peace on Earth tour is almost 3 years old. We're coming up on 3 years in September. So, what an amazing time. We're going to be doing some celebration for sure. And yeah, I'm celebrating this day all day long because this is the end of this leg of the trip and this part of the journey where I'm here with Sally and Tony and just have really enjoyed my time here and just being in their energy. So getting ready to move on tomorrow. I'm celebrating that I'll get to be with my family tomorrow and see a few of them. Jean says it seems Facebook won't let me put hearts on the comments. Is anyone else having that problem? And I appreciate all of your comments. I don't know. I know Facebook does weird things sometimes, but I don't know what they do. They're always changing and shifting something at some point, and it drives me crazy because I try to do something and it's just not the same way it was. But all technology is doing that. It's evolving, just like we're evolving. So we just go with the flow, right? No resistance. That's what the message was. All right, I have the tiny book in my hand, the English version, and I know that the Spanish version is on its way to me in a proof copy so that I can get that out and get it on Amazon for people. So we need a page. We need a number. Just kind of opened all by itself. I don't know if that's a sign or not. I think this was supposed to be the one for yesterday. But I'll read it anyway, and then somebody can pick a number. Dear ones, as you experience life here on your planet, you are encountered no greater teacher than the trees. There is a reason they do not speak out loud to you. You must get close to hear their message being transmitted in their silence. It is not through loud, vociferous bellowing and shouting that you will receive answers. It is through these silent representatives of God. I love that message so much. And I'm pretty sure it was yesterday that I was talking about sitting with the trees and that experience from Eckhart Tolle when he said, just sit and listen to the trees. Just listen to them. because they do give us messages, and they do encourage us and share a lot of wisdom with us. So, okay, so Kathy's picking page 25, and Sally says message number 2. So let me go there. And that message that I just read was on page 35. It just kind of opened there. So I had to go with that because I know that was what was meant to be heard for sure. Kathleen Caputo, good morning. Cheers, everybody. And Sally said, oh, you can send the hearts, but people have been having multitudes of different issues. For real. I'm seeing messages that somebody sent a week ago. And I'm like, well, where's it been? Was it just suspended in space? And you're just now dropping it into my timeline so I can see it? It's really weird stuff that's happening. All right, so on page 25, message 2. Actually, there's, okay, I'll go with that. If you trust that you are a spirit being and that you have a higher self guiding you during your time here on earth, then you can see your way to allowing that guidance to happen. It's all about trust. I believe, this is my own personal belief, and you might have a different way of seeing it, but I believe we have an overriding lesson, something that we come here and we're like, okay, this lifetime, I'm going to work on this. And I fully believe that my overriding lesson this whole lifetime has been trust. So I can definitely relate to this message. I'm going to read it again. And if you have that same feeling that I do, that there's just something that we're going to conquer, there's something we're going to fully understand in this lifetime as we go through our experiences, then if you want to share what your thing is that you came here for in this lifetime, then share it. Because I know I've heard other people, when I've said that, other people have said, yeah, it's a trust thing, right? And maybe that's what all of us are here for at one time. I don't know. I don't have that answer, but I just know for me, that's what has been shown, that it's all about trust for me this lifetime. So I'm going to read it again. If you trust that you are a spirit being and that you have a higher self guiding you during your time here on earth, then you can see your way to allowing the guidance to happen. So many times I've argued with my spirit guides and my spirit team, and I'm like, no, that can't be what you want me to do. This can't be right. And sure enough, if I just stop arguing and shut my mouth and I listen with my 2 ears, I hear messages so clearly, and I hear, yeah, you're going to get it eventually, Teri. And so why do I keep fighting? And I think for a lot of us, it's like that, I'm going to keep trying to do it my way in spite of what you're showing me. And then when that doesn't work, I come back to my spirit guides and I'm like, that didn't work so well, did it? You told me to go right and I went left, and look at where I ended up. But anyway, trust. Yeah, it's a big one. It is such a huge lesson. And this whole journey that I'm on, the Peace on Earth tour, just stepping out, not knowing where I'm going sometimes, not knowing what the next part of the trip is or who I'm supposed to be visiting or what city. It's all about trust for me. And this is the huge lesson. They've shown me little things throughout life, but this is the one where they're really like finishing off, putting the icing on the cake. Like, this is your you're going to get it, girl. You're either going to get it or you're going to repeat it in the next lifetime. But I really believe I'm here to get that real message of what trust is all about. And it's about letting go. It's like that free fall where you just know that somebody's behind you that's not going to let you hit the ground. And you're just trusting in whatever is holding you up. What's your support system? How are they going to guide you? And that's the letting go and letting God part, is just knowing that we don't have all the answers. I don't have answers. I receive the guidance and I receive messages. But me, no, I'm just going with whatever spirit shows me and throwing it out there. And I see some of you saying, yeah, trust. Yeah, it definitely is one of those big, big lessons in life. Jennifer Langren, good morning. And Deirdre, your prime directive is compassion. Well, yes, it is, because you're a very compassionate soul, and I see how that's really played a big part in everything that you do, darling. Thank you so much for being you and for listening to your spirit team. And Sally said, mine is trust 100%. Those lessons are stinking hard to move through. Whoa, are they ever? Yeah, sometimes we don't think we're going to make it through. We're like, oh my gosh, will I get through that tunnel? But we do. We do. There's light at the end of that tunnel. And we wouldn't be given a huge lesson like this if we weren't able to handle it and to make it through. Jessie, good morning to you. And Sally said, sometimes it's better to be the observer than the communicator. That's very true. Yeah. And sometimes there aren't words. That's the other thing. When we're listening to spirit, when we're deep in that place where we've connected in on such a deep level, there are no words. And this is one thing that I've been doing a lot of meditating lately, where I just go very deep inside, and I've noticed that there's nothing that can describe it. There is nothing that can just nail that feeling that happens when we're so connected in with our spirit team. Uh, uh, Blue Jean, where have you been? You're here now, and that's what's important. Thank you for being here. Auntie Jean says it's not just that we trust God, but also that He trusts us. What a beautiful honor. Oh gosh, Auntie Jean, you nailed that, because I know that I wouldn't be out here doing what I'm doing if God didn't have trust in me that I could hold up, that I could have the stamina and the fortitude and, oh my gosh, the passion for keeping on, and doing what I do. And I am very passionate about this journey. I'm very passionate about peace and the fact that we need to find a way to work together and stop fighting and stop competing and comparing with each other. We're all the same. There's nobody higher, there's nobody lower. Anybody that you look up to that is in that teacher mode, it's just because there's been more of that deep work that's been done. And you can see that light shining more brightly. But it doesn't mean that any of us are higher than anybody else. And don't ever put anybody on a pedestal. Never put somebody up so high and have that thought that they are perfect or they're so much better than you at doing things or knowing things. No, we're all the same. We all have the same gifts. We all come from the same source. That's why we're pea pods, peas in the pea pod, because we are all fed by that same source, and we all have the ability to do exactly what each one is doing. It's just whatever our lesson is, we're going to be working on that. So it might look a little different from your lessons. All right, what else we got going on? Kathy says, I'm beginning to really work with my inner higher self. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. And Brookie, good morning. And Deirdre says, thanks, Mama P, my one true supporter. I'll always support you, darling. And Kathy says, oh, please say extra prayers for my brother, Pittsburgh Joe, for the best possible outcome for his heart cath. He is going into surgery right now. Joe Ketterer, my sister-in-law, Molly Riley Ketterer, and she just let you know that that's happening right now. Well, let's definitely lift up your family, Kathy, and lift up you for that, the trust. Remember, trust, and just ask Archangel Raphael to be with those surgeons that are doing the work and to guide their hands. Yeah, well, we got you. EIWP, you know it. And our Marietta making herself known this morning. And who's going to yell out at our pirate today? I love how we're just keeping Ricky in the loop here. So somebody give that pirate arg out there just to bring his energy forward for us all to feel it as he is here with us. He really is. All right, so Pat Moss says, question, my sister asked me to ask you if God has favorites as our manifestations are not working. No, God doesn't have favorites. We are all the same in God's eyes. We're all equal. So sometimes when we're not manifesting what it is that we've been asking for, that our heart desires, that we know is something that we want in our life, or we have a need that needs to be met, sometimes we are blocking it by overthinking. Sometimes we might be going down a wrong road. Can't even talk right now. We might be looking in a place that we as humans think we need to look instead of trusting. So manifestation can happen so very fast when we let go. That's when we get the manifestation. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I'm going to just do this for a minute because it's kind of blurry. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, so what was I saying? Sometimes we think we know the answer, and so we proceed in that way to think that that's how we're going to get what it is we want to manifest. But manifestation happens by just letting go and not overthinking it and not trying to figure out the answers. So it's not that God is withholding any favors from us. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy. Sometimes we give up 1 minute before that miracle happens. Sometimes we jump the gun and we think, oh, well, it's not going to happen, so I'm just going to give up and do something else. So just trust. That's the answer. That is the key to all of this. It's the key to living our life the way that it's going to be fulfilled, the way that we are going to enjoy every day is through trust. You know, I meant it when I said in that blog that that song, the words in that song hit me so hard because there were so many times that I felt broken and I would I would not do things because I didn't feel like I was worthy to do those things. I wasn't worthy to have true love in my life. I wasn't worthy to have abundance in my life. So sometimes it's our stinking thinking that kicks in, and we need to examine those beliefs. What do I believe about manifestation? So it's a matter of just acknowledging whatever it is and then trusting that, yeah, the universe does have our back. And it's those moments when we least expect it that the miracles show up. And this is what I have found from my own personal experience, Pat. And I hope that helps. I hope that you and your sister can come to that understanding as well, that it's the letting go that helps the miracle along. And it's just like when we go to really see the aura that surrounds each other, it's in letting go that we see it, not in the trying to force the seeing of it. It's so easy to look at somebody and see their energy field, but yet we keep trying to force that and say, I don't see it. Where is it? And when you let go, your peripheral vision will show you that aura. It'll show you what's shining from that person and all the colors that are surrounding them. So thank you for asking that question, Pat, because I know I used to really struggle with that as well, about why am I not getting this? Why is the money not flowing in? Why am I not getting the support in my life? Why? Right? So the worst thing we can do is go to that victim question of why, but just ask, okay, what am I supposed to do next? What's my next step? What direction do I need to turn to? So hopefully that helped you, darling, and anybody else who might have had that question going on. And Sally said it's a trip day, a trip to Lake Michigan for Teri's last day here. I love Lake Michigan. I love the energy of it. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And Deirdre says, also, can we say extra prayers for Anita Blake? She's on the grids. We certainly will. Let me just put up here to type in your prayer request. If anybody has others that you need to share with us or give updates on, then please do so in the comments. Oh, Kathy, we love you too, honey. I hope you have a great day at work. And there we go. Kathy Hands yelling out for our Ricky. Yarg. And I can feel that energy. I can just feel him seeing us now from a different perspective and helping us to feel his energy. Blue Jean says, Gizmo did not jump up on me to wake me up. I trust there was a reason I needed to sleep really late. Sigh, he is now looking all cute and mysterious. Seriously, trust and letting go is the big lesson for me. You have to leave all your knowing behind and step forward. Remember, fear is a liar. Trust that when you need, you can fly. Yarg, yarg. That's the thing, isn't it? That when we are trying to manifest something and it's not coming and it's not coming and it's not there, and it's like, where is it? And I love listening to Abraham. And there's a routine that she does. And I think she was actually answering somebody's question about why they weren't getting the things that they had been asking for and the manifestation of them. And she does this one line that I forever laugh at and I think of when I'm thinking about why am I not getting this right now? And the line from Abraham is, where's my stuff? And every time that I'm caught up in that, oh, why is this happening? Why is this bill due and I don't have the money to pay it? It's always, I hear that in my ear. Where's my stuff? so, so it makes me laugh. And when we laugh, our vibration raises, our frequency raises, and we're able to see more clearly that, oh, okay, I'm not trusting right now, am I? Because if we're going into the victimhood, we're certainly not trusting. And you're right, Blue Jean. Fear is what kicks in when we're thinking we're not going to get what we need or we're not going to get what we want. And that fear pops its ugly head, and fear is a liar. And Sally said, I thought it was my eyes. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my computer camera, but all of a sudden it had me like in a fog. And I don't think I'm in a fog this morning. I feel pretty clear-headed, I think, for just having woken up. You're so welcome, Pat Moss. Oh, sweet Hope, thank you for being here. And Hope says, I also think we need to be in the right vibration, as Esther Hicks says, vibrational match to what we want to manifest. Yeah, if we raise our vibration, then there's many ways to do that. One of them is through laughter. We do it through music. We do it through letting go, whatever we're carrying around that's heavy. Then we can raise our frequency and we can see the miracles. We do a chant every night called Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and it is the miracle chant. People all over the world chant that. And after we get through chanting it 108 times, then we just pause and we just go into our hearts. And every time without fail, after doing that chant, I feel my vibration floating so high. And that's why it's called the miracle chant, because we're at that frequency where we can meet the miracles, where we've just let go. We've just dismissed everything else other than love. Auntie Jean says, always say your manifestation out loud so the universe hears it, and then accept that it is done, and then just believe it and forget it. That's right. Set it and forget it, like an alarm clock. And Deirdre's offering prayers for all humans, Gaia, and all who live on her back, for world peace and attention to human trafficking. Thank you, Deirdre. Kathleen Caputo. Hi, sweetie. Yesterday, Hado Bear posted a wise word about patience if things aren't happening as fast as we want, and to have trust. Looks like we all needed to talk about that today, Pat. Trust. That's the word of the day. And just keep going into your heart and saying, am I trusting? Am I trusting? Or am I trying to figure it out on my own and going into the fear that it might not happen? And Sally wants to add our Harriet Eads, who just received a diagnosis that the treatments for cancer have failed. She has one more option before it becomes weeks left in her life. She is in dire need of prayers, along with her partner, Tammy Mead Lamper, to help her stay strong. Yeah, we certainly will lift her up. And Sally says, I had to put eye drops in thinking it was me. No, it's a little fuzzy this morning, so I don't know what that mist is all about that's surrounding me right now. And Kathleen said, I just put it in Cuppa Messenger as a reminder for everyone. Thank you for doing that, Kathleen. Well, we've got a few minutes, so let's go into our hearts and let's just find the trust. Let's go on a search. Let's go on a scavenger hunt and find that pirate treasure that's called trust that's inside of all of us if we let go and really allow it to be there. So I'm really feeling that today. Let's do a little connection with trust and belief. So if you have any other prayers, please type them in so we can make sure they get on our list, and we'll go over that list tomorrow morning. So right now, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just focus on your breath. Sometimes when we forget to breathe, we just do the shallow breathing. We just take in air thinking that we're really getting all that we need. And it's that way in life, isn't it? Sometimes we forget that maybe we need to focus a little bit on those things that we do to really fully get the benefit of it. So breathe in. Just take that breath all the way in your lungs. Let it go down into your your tummy, your diaphragm. Let that pooch out a little bit. It's okay to have that belly if you're really focusing and concentrating on filling up your lungs. And then with the exhale slowly with this one. Just begin to relax the body as we're going to take in another breath. And this breath, I want you to breathe in love. Love is the energy that heals. It's the energy that we're made of. It's the energy of the Creator. So breathe in that love all the way in. Take that deep breath. Hold it for a moment. Hold on to love. Feel it warming your heart. And now we're going to let go of anything other than love. So we're going to do a hard out breath. So as you've got your lungs full of that wonderful air, breathe out anything that you don't need. Really let it go. Let it go with a hard out breath. Release it. You don't need it. And if that started shaking something loose inside, good. Good. I want you to feel that. I want you to feel whatever it is that's not needed, that maybe you're holding on to a little tight. Maybe you're saying, I want to hold this anger. I want to hold this revenge that I feel that I need to hold on to. Maybe somebody did something and you think, oh, I'm just going to be angry at them. That'll show them. It's only hurting you. Maybe it's a sadness that you're holding on to. You can shift that energy just by doing this. Take that breath in again. Breathe it way, way down. Fill up your lungs totally and completely. And we're going to do it again. That hard out breath. Anything that's running around in there that doesn't need to be there, let's shoo it out the door. Let it go. Let it go and feel the release. Feel the difference in your energy when you decide to take control. When you decide, this is how I want to be. I want to be happy. I want to be free. I want to feel my energy just joyful and jumping up and down and dancing. I don't want to feel that heaviness of all that low vibration stuff going on. I don't want to feel the hurt and the pain and the anger and the sadness and the regret and the shame and the blame, whatever it might look like. Letting it go is the best gift you can give yourself. So as many times as you need to take that breath in of love and the breath out of release, do it. Do it. And throughout the day, if something pops into your head that tries to convince you that you need that in your life, you need that shame, you need that regret, what? No, let it go. Let it go. Gift yourself that today of a new feeling of release, a new feeling of joy, of happiness. And once you work through all of that, releasing it, you'll have room in there to really bring in the light, to bring in the joy, to bring in the peace, and to bring in the trust. Because when we can feel ourselves lifting up with our energy, we see the way more clearly. We see that path before us. We know to turn right instead of left. We follow our intuition. We trust that we're hearing right. Yes, this is the direction. This is what happens when you release and let go of all doubt, insecurity, and you turn to faith. Faith and trust. That's how the miracles happen. when we let go. And we're not trying to be the director of our movie. We're the main character. So make those choices. Whatever it is you need to let go of, just do it. Sometimes it's hard to let go of sadness. That's one of the harder ones. It's hard to let go of guilt and shame. But remember, all those experiences that we had them. If you keep dragging them into your now moment, you're just reliving those experiences that you were so ashamed of, that made you so angry, that hurt you so bad. Do you want to keep doing that to yourself? It's time to let it go. It's time to feel joy. And this is the way. This is the answer. It's through trust and faith. And everything else is out the door. There's only love. Only love is real. And just say this with me. Only love and light is welcome in my heart. Only love and light is welcome in my experience right now. In this now moment, I am trusting and believing that the universe has my back, and I'm only allowing love in, nothing else. What a beautiful time together this morning. And let's lift up all of those who have asked for prayer, all of those who are going through their fires right now, walking over the hot coals and feeling that heat. Let's just lift everyone that's been given to us to support. And let's lift them together and support each other. And asking for our Creator to look on every prayer request, to see it, acknowledge it, and to answer it for the best and highest good of all. And then we see each other. I love this part of the show. So we're going to lift each other up, and let's see. Well, we got any more prayer requests? Sally, just my thoughts. I believe it's spirits surrounding you this morning. They are curious little spirits. They kept me up all night. They seriously did. Blue, I have to have a talk with Faye about cutting some trees. I trust this will unfold with ease and grace. Well, we will certainly send a lot of support your way, and blessings on that, whatever it is that needs to be done. And Blue says, when thoughts with ego try to come in, I breathe in love and tell myself only love and light is allowed here. Absolutely. And Kathleen, I will check the list to see if Dave Gibbons is on it. If not, we will add him to the list and to the grids. All right, so you know what time it is. It's time for a countdown of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Happy Tuesday to you. Later today, I'll be back with a special guest who is going to talk about labyrinths. I love labyrinth energy, and I love walking labyrinths. So the sweet lady is going to come and talk to us about that. That will be on the Peapod podcast at 5 o'clock today. All right, so we got some loves going on and some gratitude. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you. I love you all. Auntie Jean, Kathleen, our beautiful Hope across the big pond. Good morning, Rosalind. Good vibes. Thank you for being here. And Sally and Tony, thank you. I love you. We love you all. We love you too, Sally and Tony. And our Leo, we love you. Blue Jean, thank you. I love you. And Pat Moss, So glad you're here, Pat. Thank you. I love you. All right. So you know what other time it is, right? Let me go grab our Leo because, yeah, Ricky wants to hear Leo this morning. So we're going to play a cuppa full of joy. Here we go. Here we go, as Leo says.
So,
Oops,
you've got an
got some
idea for a
ads going
business,
on
the store of your dreams.
because I refuse to pay for YouTube.
Good morning, Earthlings.
I don't know if it's
time
playing
to
or
get
not.
up and get ready because today's
I'm not
the
hearing a
perfect day
thing.
to have a great day.
You know.
Here we
Okay,
go.
Terry, that was
Come on,
dumb.
let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this
No
morning,
wonder
might
I'm
as
not
well be
hearing
part of
anything.
it.
I've got a headset plugged into my computer. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. I'm laughing at myself.
You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may
I want to
wander.
feel.
Create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Oh. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy.
Woo is right. And thank you to our Leo. Joy, joy, joy in the morning. And that's what we've had this morning. Thank you for being here. So much love to each and every one of you. Stay in your hearts. Remember, only love and light is welcome in your heart. So stay in your heart and stay blessed. And I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.